Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bindi, and on this channel we practice flexibility of the mind, the body, and the spirit. Today I want to talk about something that I think about a lot, and that is how specific microaggressions affect Black people and how certain subconscious beliefs are placed inside of the minds of Black people before we're even old enough to form conscious thought. Now, I understand that the title of this video can come off as clickbaity, while making the video, I kind of realized that this can apply to any marginalized group of people. I do understand that, but I am Black, so I'm going to be talking about Black people. And I also realized while I was making this video that there should also be another video just for the subconscious beliefs placed into women's heads before they're old enough to form subconscious thought. But that is another video for another time. So let's jump right in. If you are new to this channel, you may not know what law of attraction is. Simply put, it is a universal law that states that an object's energy attracts objects with energy of the same frequency. Like attracts like. When it comes to co-creating with the universe, law of attraction comes into play when we understand that our thoughts put out our vibrations. This is because our thoughts are attached to emotions, and the emotions were created from the belief systems we began to craft when we were young. Relevant to this video, it's really important to state that from birth to 8 years old, we have no subconscious thought. We're pretty much just little itty bitty sponges absorbing everything that is in our environment. Around 8 or 9 is when we begin to take everything that we've absorbed and piece it together. Unless we are taught, our society does not encourage us to direct our thoughts and decide what we genuinely believe. We are encouraged to act through the emotions that are a result of our subconscious beliefs. Going back to law of attraction, this theory states that in order for a person to attract good things, their vibration must be aligned with those good things. So my question is, can a Black person practice co-creating with the law of attraction when we live in a society that has so many self-deprecating examples of Black people intended for us to consume? A couple of months ago, Kanye West stated that slavery was a choice. What he failed to analyze was the real psychological effect and trauma of being relocated by force and watching immediate loved ones experience violence. The generations that were born into slavery and grew up as slaves also experienced those first 8 years of life that we spoke about earlier. What I'm trying to illustrate is that people who were born into slavery saw the world as it was painted for them. So by the time that they were old enough to make conscious thoughts, they had already been fed a narrative that was meant to take away their power. So a 7-year-old slave thinks, with no positive or negative attachment, this is just the way life is. So then slavery ends, and there is segregation and effort on top of effort to remind people of color that they are second-class citizens. A 7-year-old little Black girl sees a whites-only bathroom with no positive or negative attachment, thinks, this is just the way it is. Fast forward to the 2000s, where the majority of our pop culture is still Eurocentric, and the majority of TV shows and movies with Black actors revolve around the premise of being Black or the struggle of our history. And the 7-year-old is watching Marvel movies on his phone. He sees that there is this huge Marvel franchise and only one Black Panther movie. With no negative or positive connotation, that little boy thinks, that is just the way it is. There have been microaggressions created by both Black and non-Black societies that could prove detrimental to our subconscious as adults. It is possible that we form beliefs as children that are not only detrimental, but negate our powers as creators. Before I give a couple of examples, I just want to make it very clear that this is my opinion and this is what I have observed. I'm not a psychologist. I do not have a degree in this. This is only my observations. This is not a reflection of the entirety of the Black community or the entirety of the non-Black community, just what a fraction of what said communities believe. Example 1, television representation. As I stated before, the majority of Black television deals with slavery or the long-term effects of slavery. There are a few shows with happy, well-adjusted Black people who make emotionally healthy choices. This can create a subconscious belief that it is impossible for life to be simple as well as happy. One may believe that in order for life to be functional, there needs to be some type of dysfunction. Example 2, ghetto names. Both Black and white societies can attach negative stigmas to Black and Afrocentric names. This could be something as small as consistent mispronunciation of said names, our culture labeling specific names as ghetto, and attaching personifications to them. Our names are a part of who we are as beings. They are the label given to us in this life. The conditions created by society can cause the subconscious belief that one's name isn't good enough or is flawed. Because our names are a part of our beings, one may feel as though a small yet specific part of them is flawed. Example 3, financial success. In our communities, as well as our pop culture, Black people are only seen as being financially successful within entertainment, including acting, singing, dancing, rapping, etc. Rarely do we find examples of wealth obtained over generations or Black entrepreneurs who are successful without scandal. This can create the subconscious belief that one does not deserve money because they don't want to be an entertainer or create a spectacle. One may feel that because they've never seen money in their family before, they never will. I think it goes without saying that even though this is still a valid example, we can talk about colorism and the subconscious belief that a lot of dark-skinned women, including a belief that I had for a long time, hold, which is that dark skin is ugly because of how we were treated and talked to when we were younger. Though this is a subconscious belief, it's so prevalent that I want to say that it's conscious. It's conscious. Like, I've heard Black women say dark skin is ugly, and when you say it out of your mouth, it is a conscious thought. So I left that one off the list. It's not so subconscious. Honestly, I had a lot more examples, but I didn't want this video to be too long. We can totally have a dialogue about this down in the comment box below, and let's talk about some of these subconscious beliefs, because the only way to correct them is to point them out and fix them. Back to the original question, do I think that Black people can practice the law of attraction? Of course, the answer is yes. The real work comes with identifying subconscious beliefs and shifting them to beliefs that instead serve us. But that is for part 2. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please comment, because I really want some feedback. I want to start a dialogue. I want to talk about this because it's important, and it's important for our community. And if you want to make sure you see the next video, you have to be subscribed. See you next time.